Opa, pessoal, boa tarde, boa tarde. Começando aqui a live stream. Hoje a gente tem alguns convidados especiais e vamos falar de vibe coding, como construir aí protocolos na Solana utilizando inteligência artificial para ajudar vocês. Só me deem 2 minutos, estou só configurando aqui. Fala aí, Cauizão, como é que tá as coisas? De boa?
Salve, pessoal, suave. Pô, então, a gente teve o bootcamp aí. No domingão a gente utilizou o código AI para tentar codar umas paradas. Não funcionou tão bem, para ser sincero ali. Fiquei tentando fazer o negócio funcionar até agora, mas não tá dando muito boa. E vamos testar hoje agora o NoahAI, né?
Que a proposta é muito similar, né, dos dois, é ser um companheiro ali de AI para você, para facilitar o seu desenvolvimento dentro né, de smart contracts ali na Solana. E tem uma pegada, acho que a única pegada mais diferente é meio que a UX e tal, a UI UX. Então a gente está dando espaço para ambos, né, falarem. Já fez de um, agora a gente está fazendo do outro. Bom, beleza. Let's get our guests upstage again. Welcome. Saúde, Sparsh. How are you guys doing?
GM guys, doing well. How are you?
GM, good, man. Very hot in Brazil right now, but good. It depends, actually, because where Cauê is kind of cold, but here where I live in São Paulo, it's kind of hot.
Yeah, it's a big country. In the south, not as hot.
I've always wanted to visit Brazil. I've heard such good things about Brazil, and always wanted to come visit, but it's a bit too far away for me. But I'll have to plan a trip 100%.
No, 100%. You should come, man. Brazil is great. It's a great country. It's huge. We have a lot of different cultures in here. I think you'd love it.
Nice.
All right. So to get started, can you guys give like a brief introduction about yourself and about Noah and as well your main company?
Yes, absolutely. So, hi guys. Thanks for tuning in and thanks for hosting us. First of all, I'm Sayuj. I'm the head of operations at Plena. So I've been in the crypto space since early 2019 itself. Started out my journey as a head of BD for RWA protocol. Did that gig for about 6 months. Learned a lot, networked a lot. I was very keen to get into the Web3 space since my college days itself, which was in 2016, and finally got a chance. And after that, I actually started my own Web3 agency, scaled that for about 1.5 years, had about 15 to 16 plus pre-IDO, post-IDO projects, did everything from advisory, investments, growth, for the whole shebang, acceleration from 0 to 100 for all the early stage companies and post IDO companies itself as well. And then after that is where I actually met Sparsh, who's the co-founder of Plena, and he showcased me a really cool application, a mobile wallet. Now it's called the Plena Super App, which was actually one of the first products within the Plena ecosystem. It's actually an account abstraction mobile wallet. So we started out with an idea to bring better user experience in the DeFi space so that our parents or our grandparents could get onboarded someday to crypto, right? That was the goal initially. And I fell in love with the vision, fell in love with the product because I still remember my first time using MetaMask. It was kind of pain in the ass, excuse my French, but it is what it is. Still is sometimes. But yeah, that's a little bit about myself. Sparsh, do you want to give a brief intro about yourself, please?
Sure. So, guys, I started my journey in crypto in, I would say, 2017. Someone told me about Bitcoin back then, invested some money, made some profit. I was doing engineering in IT back then, so I was quite intrigued by smart contracts on Ethereum. And then I started learning more about Solidity and building smart contracts on EVM chains or on Ethereum. And yeah, so that's how I started working as a blockchain developer for a lot of projects. And in the last bull run, I was consulting a lot of I would say blockchain projects and helping them with the product development, and that's how I met Sage as well. So he was helping a project with marketing, helping them with their TG, and I was helping them with the product development. And yeah, so back then we started working on this tech called account abstraction. So in Solana, you guys have this feature that you could actually batch transactions and set a separate fee pair in a transaction, right? So in EVM, you don't have that. On Ethereum, you don't have that. So we created a tech where you could actually batch transactions for the user. So users don't have to do 10 to 12 transactions, and they could pay for the transaction fees in the token that they're using. So let's say if I want to transfer USDT to you guys or USDC to someone on Ethereum, I could actually pay the transaction fees in USDC without holding any ETH. And so we also added this feature where you could just create an account using Gmail login, and that way you never lose your keys. So we launched on Solana in 2024, and yeah, although there were a lot of these features already available, I would say natively on the chain, but still we launched it by giving users this feature of creating Solana accounts using Gmail and Twitter login, and allowing them to pay for the transaction fees with the token of the choice. So there a lot of users were able to basically trade coins on Radium and Jupiter, and they were paying fees in those meme coins instead of holding Sol.
No, that's awesome. And today, okay, so today you both work as well in Plena, right? And Noah is like a side, like an arm, right? An extra product of Plena.
So I would say yeah, it's a different. I would say it's a different product inside the Plena ecosystem only, and we started working on this product. I would say in January
Mhm.
2025. So we got amazing support from Solana team, and also more than what we received from any other EVM ecosystem, right? So we thought that okay, whatever we're going to build, we'll build it first on Solana.
Nice.
And so we were actually thinking of like meme coin launch plans for training back then, right? So we thought of building something similar to that, but for I would say DeFi projects, or I would say other projects on Solana, because we saw that there were fewer projects in comparison to what I would say I would say in comparison to what were on other EVM chains, right? And so we were trying to build that, and we wanted to launch that quickly, but the issue was that we didn't know how to develop anything on Solana, right? So one of our advisors actually connected us to this I would say pretty reputed development agency on Solana. They were charging us 25K, and we were about to pay that amount to actually build that. And they were like, I think they were asking for 6 months, right? Oh, sorry,
Yeah.
6 weeks to build just a Solana program with the test cases, right?
Mhm.
And we were about to pay that money, but I would say, luckily for us, what happened was one of my friends needed some help with that. So before we were about to sign an agreement, I actually referred those guys to my friend. He paid them, and we came to know that okay, they don't have any developers, so like they weren't able to develop anything. And we were trying to find, I would say, a good developer on Solana for a while, for almost a month, and we weren't able to do that. I think in November and December we wasted 2 months. Then we started teaching our own, I would say, developers to build on Solana, and we were talking to a lot of people as well. And I would say in the EVM space, everyone was trying to build something on Solana, right? But the only issue was that they weren't able to find developers. So we started Noah with this idea that you could actually use your Solidity smart contract and convert that into, I would say, a Solana program, and then you can deploy it on Solana. So allowing a lot of these EVM products to launch on Solana. And when we started working on that, we got this idea that we could actually make it so easy that even non-developers could build something on Solana. So because there was Lovable and a lot of people were using Lovable, the only issue with Lovable was that like you can't build blockchain applications on Lovable, right? It builds front end for you. Now it builds a bit of back end, but you can't actually, you're not building anything on Solana or any other chain. It's all front end, and I would say it's all Web2 applications. So we built Noah that like in a way that you it feels kind of similar to Lovable. So you just chat with AI and build your application. So you can build the front end application just like Lovable, but you can also build, in addition to that, you can also build Solana program that and the Solana program that Noah AI builds comes with test cases. So it writes test cases along with like for this particular Solana program, so that you could test it as well, right? And you can make sure everything is working properly before you deploy anything on Solana. And it also generates audit report for you, so you can actually verify that everything works properly and there are no security vulnerabilities in the Solana program. And once you're done with that, you can actually deploy it on Solana right from the UI. You don't have to download anything or install anything. And after that, you could actually link the Solana program with the web app with just prompt. So everything happens, I would say, with prompts. You just have to chat with AI, and no AI actually takes care of everything for you.
No, that's awesome. And it's good to see that you guys like had a problem, right? And then Noah came out of that problem, and you guys built a solution, which is great. It's how most of the good companies start, right? All right. So, all right. I don't have any more questions. Kawe, do you have any other questions, or should we go hands on? Because
Yeah, we can go hands on. I think
all
that's
right.
the
Because I
main
think
purpose.
okay, no, great. Because most of the people, I think they're excited. They want to see Noah working, right? They want to see some examples, and we even have maybe Kawe will give you guys a challenge to build something he was trying to build a program. Let's see. But okay, so let's do like that. One of you guys can share the screen. I put it up so people can see it very big, and then I will remove myself and Kawe from the stage.
Awesome. Sparsh, I think you'll be sharing the screen. Before we kickstart, guys, have you both of you tried out vibe coding tools before, or have you vibe coded any projects, or currently
Ye-
are?
Yeah, a
uh-huh.
lot.
Yeah, we did a lot,
Perfect.
and we actually being one of the sponsors of Vibe Coding Hackathon that is happening in Brazil.
Ah,
And
nice.
I'll share with you guys the details later on. Maybe we can see if we can get some license from Noah to sponsor, because we're gonna have one side track on this hackathon that is gonna be build something for Solana, right? And then only by vibe coding, and so I think you could even have a good match with you guys.
Nice, 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 nice.
All right. Okay, I'm gonna just remove myself from stage and Koya. So you guys, stage is all yours.
Cool. So yeah, guys, I think let's start with something called I would say an application which allows, I would say, uh, holders of a particular NFT collection to invest in some projects. So ICM Meta is quite trending right now, so I'll just use that. And I'm just using a detailed prompt right now to actually build the web app. We're starting with a web app, then we'll build a Solana program, then we'll link it together. So as you see, I've used a pretty detailed prompt. You could actually ask it to build. You can just use this prompt as well, right? It will build something for you. But what we've learned is, like, if you give it a detailed prompt, right, you can basically build, I would say, the complete application in fewer prompts, right? And you can get the output that you want in fewer prompts. I learned this by, I would say, competing with Sayuj, so who's not a developer. So
Yeah.
we were trying to build something 2 weeks ago, and he was building much better applications than me, even though I had some development experience and Sayuj didn't have any. So what I would recommend you is that you could just use ChatGPT, maybe Gemini or DeepSeek, whatever you want to use, and just ask it to like chat with it, maybe discuss like what exactly you want to build. Once you figured out what exactly you want to build and what features you want, and like how you want the UI to look, you can just ask it to create a prompt, and that way like you can build that in one single prompt. Otherwise what you'll do is you'll just use one single prompt, then you'll think that, okay, I need to add this feature as well, or I need to change this part in the UI, and you'll end up, I would say, wasting more time figuring out or like building what you wanted to build. So it's just that like you spend maybe 5-10 minutes on ChatGPT, Gemini, or DeepSeek, and I think you'll get a much better output, and you'll be able to build it much faster.
So not only more time, I think you'll also end up wasting more credits as well, which I'm pretty sure none of you guys want to do that, right? And I assume that we're also going to be launching a new feature in the coming weeks, in the coming days itself, where let's say if you don't have the detailed prompt, or if you're too lazy to go to any other LLM like ChatGPT to go and get an in-depth or very detailed prompt itself, you can actually share what you want to build within a line itself. Like, let's say, build me a something as easy as design me an NFT marketplace. Then we'll have a button there which will say enhance this prompt, and Noah itself will enhance the prompt so that you guys don't waste time and waste more credits, and you get the best output itself. Oh wow, we've already got the
Yeah.
output. Yeah,
So
that
that
was
was
less
quick.
than 2
Yeah.
minutes. That was very quick. Yeah.
So I just asked it to like use the glass theme, liquid glass effect. It added that, and like some effect on hover. You could actually add some colors to it as well. Like you can ask it to add some color when you hover on this. So it, like, instead of this gradient, you could actually use blue color. And yeah, so we've added two more features to it, right? So the first thing is like you can basically click on anything, right, and change that. So let's say instead of ICM DAO, I wanted to like name it, change it to ICM Invest. So it will just change that part of the UI, and so that way you don't have to go in the code, figure out like which file you have to edit, and yeah, I think it's way easier to edit, I would say, the UI element. And I'll show you one other thing. So it just changed it to ICM Invest. You could change colors, buttons, anything that you want. And another cool feature for developers. So what you can do is you could go to any feature, right? You can just add this to text box, input box, and you can ask Noah to edit that particular part of the code. So let's say sometimes what you want is like you want to use like as developers you might want to use, let's say, a different logic or something else, right, inside the code. So instead of like explaining it what you want to use, you can just by the way, it would actually do it as well, right, even if you want that, but you will have to mention file and everything. So this way it's way quicker. You just need to go to the file, select the code, and we'll just edit that for you.
I love the feature of where we can, select pinpoint. It just saves up a lot of my time as well, especially when I'm designing and there's certain small things that I want to, pinpoint itself that, hey, change this color. I don't like the font, XYZ. I think that's really cool, especially for, designers or UI UX people as well. And then
Mm.
I think one thing that we majorly miss is that, because me personally, I've tried Lovable as well, and other LLM tools out there. Me, I'm a non-developer, so whoever's watching, I have no coding skills as such. But for me to integrate, let's say, something as simple as a wallet connect into the website, don't get me wrong, Lovable is a great product for Web2, for designing websites, of course. But to integrate something as simple as the wallet connect itself, it's a pain. It'll take you 3 to 4 hours. You have to read multiple things, see how to integrate, and that's what Noah comes in with, built in straight away. So you can see that Phantom's already connected. You can connect multiple wallets as well. So it just comes in built. And if you also don't want that, you can just type it with Noah that, hey, I don't want wallet connect on my website, and it'll remove it for you, of course.
Yeah. So if you want to build websites as well, you could actually do that. And there's other cool features inside this as well. You could actually integrate different protocols. So you can actually select if you want to use, let's say, integrate dbridge, or let's say if you're launching a website for your meme coin, right? Or let's say AppCoin, you could actually integrate this feature, which is, let's say, Radium swap, right? If you've created a pool on Radium, or I think we have Jupiter as well, right? So if you have a pool on any other dex, so you can use Jupiter. But what, like, you could actually add your token there. So let's say if someone is coming to your website, they could buy your token directly from there.
Yep.
And one last feature, I would say this is the thing. So like you can actually use this feature. You can take a screenshot. Like sometimes what happens is like you're not able to, you don't like the UI that it builds, right? The color theme that it uses. So like it happens with all the AI projects, right? Like even if I'm using Lovable or any other tool. So what we've added is that you could actually go to Webflow or Framer. You can find the template that you like the most, take a screenshot, upload it here, and ask it to copy that design theme, and it will just copy that particular design theme for you. Or it can even clone the web app for you, like, or the website for you if you want.
Yep.
So we'll just go to the Solana program now, and I'm just using, okay, 1 second. I'm just using a detail prompt again because it makes your life easier. So, yep, and it will just create. So what I've done is like I just asked it to create a fundraising platform where only, like, we did it in the UI, so only, I would say, holders of a particular NFT could actually invest in the project, right? And yeah, it will take some time, but I'll show you how it works, by the way, till then.
So, Sparsh, I have a quick question, like even for the viewers who are watching. So, you as a developer, would you suggest all our viewers or like users to what would be the flow look like? So, first build out the web application or the Solana program first?
I would say that I think the front end application, because what happens is like when you start building the front end, right, a lot of things that you need on the front end have to be added to like the smart contract or the Solana program, right? So I think it's best if you start with the front end application, the web app first, And then once you have all the details, like what all things you want to show on the UI and how you want the UX to be, you can actually build the Solana program later on. Once you've built the Solana program, then you just integrate the front end with the Solana program. And I think that's how all of the companies work if they don't have, I would say, separate development teams, right? And if you have, I would say, multiple development teams, you can actually build it together. And yeah, so I think that's the flow I think everyone should follow.
Nice. Okay. Okay. That makes sense. Of course.
So just to show you, like I created a meme coin launchpad, kind of similar to Pump.fun, right? And so this is, I would say, I think it got one error. I'm just showing you because it might take some time to basically write the Solana program in the other tab, right? So I'm just showing you how you can use it. Like once it has written the Solana program, you could actually compile it and then you can test it as well, right? You can make sure like it's testing all the edge cases. And once it has, like it passes all the test cases, you can actually generate an audit report and also deploy it on Solana. We won't deploy it on Solana today because like it takes 10 to 15 minutes. It's not that like Noah is slow. That's how long it takes to deploy something on Solana. And yeah, so like this is how the test cases work. You get you can see that it basically initialized config. You can actually launch token, buy token, like it bought the token as well, right? And it was the first purchase, then it bought the token again, and then again to reach the target, to reach the bonding curve, and then the token was launched, and that was finalized launch. I'll just show you this cool feature, so which is audit report. I'm not going through it because it takes a minute because it has to generate the PDF, right? And what we've done is like we've partnered with a couple of our like couple of top audit firms, and we've used their Solana programs and smart contracts to train NoAI. And like if you go to them using a referral, you'll get a really good discount. So like once you've raised some funds, and once like let's say you raise some funds from VC or community, you could actually go to them and get your Solana programs audited. And I'll show you how easy it is to deploy on Solana as well. I won't deploy it right now, but just to show you the whole process, you can actually download the keys. You can click on next, and yeah. So the fee BPS is basically the fee that you're charging, right, on every trade. And you can see it basically gives you an example, right? So it tells you what exactly this variable is, which is trading fee percentage, and it also gives you an example like, so 200 is equal to 2%. So if you want to charge 200, you can charge 2%. If you want to charge 1%, then you need to use 100. And let me just use my address. So just to show you the whole process, you can select if you want to do it on DevNet or mainnet. Sometimes what happens is like the RPC doesn't work. So don't be scared. Like if you see zero here, what you have to do is you just go to Solana faucet and you just copy the address and just send some SOL. So let's say if it's taking 2 SOL to deploy, so you just need to transfer 2.5 or 2.2 or 2.1 SOL so that it deploys it properly. And yeah, I think once you click on deploy, it starts deploying. You can also do it on mainnet. Obviously, it won't airdrop anything, but you need to transfer some SOL to this particular address, which will deploy it for you. And you can download the keys for this address as well. We don't store any keys. So it's completely like you have complete control. And just to show you, so we've already deployed it, right? I'll show you like how you can integrate the Solana program with the front end. So this is the Solana, like the web app that I built. It's basically for the meme coin launchpad only, so it would be easier to integrate it because it's of the same Solana program or same project. But okay, give me 1 second. And let me know, guys, like if my screen is stuck because my internet is pretty slow. So just let me
No,
know.
I think, now it's stuck. It's a black screen.
Okay, I just refreshed the page. So
Okay, all right. And even for people who are building for the Coliseum upcoming Cypherpunk, I think Noah could be a great tool for people who want to iterate fast, quick, build their ideas quickly, or they don't have any kind of dev background as such, but have a crazy idea. So I think till the MVP stage, it's super easy to build on Noah. You can build out your whole idea within less than a day itself, I think, or you can launch multiple projects within a week's time itself. So we've seen a lot of our users who've done like every day they launch a different kind of an application. So every day they have different ideas. They have like 30, 40 ideas written down. and then on a daily basis they just keep going at it with different builds.
Yeah. We'll be doing something similar as well. I think we'll announce that next week. And we're launching something really cool next week. So just make sure to follow us on Twitter. And so just to show you guys, like it's not live, it's not connected to any Solana program. So it's not sending any transaction as of now. That's it. But what I'll do is I'll just connect it to a Solana program. So as I showed you, like we already have deployed a Solana program before. This is the one. And so once you deploy the Solana program, like it stores your address, right? So it will have the config address and the Solana address as well on Solana chain. This was on DevNet, so I'll just ask it to integrate the launch coin method, right? So So yeah, I think it will just start writing code and it will start integrating that. It will just basically create the whole script. And yeah, I think then it's linked to that particular, I would say, like you'll be able to send transactions to that particular Solana program.
So all this is happening within, like, let's say less than 30 minutes itself. So
Yeah.
if you're building something of yourself, of course you'll put in some more time and effort into it, into the front end as well, and it'll be a little bit more detailed, of course. So but it is a great tool for like anybody with an idea to kickstart their journey on chain, especially on Solana.
Yeah. I think the first app that we built when we raised 1.2 million was way shittier than this one, right? But well, so
Yeah.
we were struggling a lot with the UI, right? Even though we hired a lot of UI
Yeah.
designers,
To
and
be
also
honest,
like, to build that, it took us weeks, right? So
yeah,
it's kind of
to
weird.
be honest, like I've personally, like I've put out some really good prompts, and then I've been really surprised with what UI Noah throws out. It's been better than a lot of I would say live protocols right now in this space, which
Yeah,
is kind of scary as well on how where we're headed, with the whole AI space as well. It's just gonna get better from here, I feel.
true.
um, but yeah, good times ahead for non-developers like myself.
And see, the best part is like when you start learning how to build programs, right? Or let's say build applications, the only thing that you have to do is like, first of all, learn some concepts, right? Maybe go through the documentation and learn the basics. After that, you spend, I would say, 99% of the time building something to learn how to code, right? And I think AI is just abstracting that part, right? AI is actually taking care of that part where you don't
Yeah.
have. So the only part left now to learn is just like learn about which language you have to use or why you need to use it, and let's say a couple of other things related to, uh, I would say just the basic stuff, right? Which you could learn maybe using ChatGPT or some other LLM, right? Some other, I would say, AI product. And after that, you could use tools like Noah or some other tool to basically build your applications,
Hmm.
build
Hmm.
applications that you want to build.
What's actually left after that is just scaling, to be honest, and how to scale your application, bring in some products, bring in some users, and generate revenue. Because all the backend stuff has already been taken care of with AI. But I feel it's been integrated already, right?
Mm.
Right now. Okay, all right, awesome.
So I'll just use this. Let's see if it works. Let's able to send transaction to. Cool. I'm not sure if you guys are able to see my wallet.
No, it's not visible.
Got it. So what I'll do is, okay, just launch the token. Let me just go to SoulScan so I could
Okay.
show you the transaction.
And this is all on testnet right now, right?
Yes, it's on DevNet. So yeah.
DevNet, yeah. Yep.
So can you see the, okay,
Yes,
the
it's screen
Europe?
visible. Yes.
Cool. So that was just hard coded in the Solana program. We could actually change that, But yeah, it was sent 21 seconds ago from my wallet. This is my wallet address. Again, I don't think you can see my wallet.
No, I can't see what address.
So, but yeah, I think I can just show you the screen, maybe just the code. So I think it has already added the, I would say, contract. So the script is there as well.
The screen is now visible right now. We
Yeah,
can only
we're
see
only seeing a soy scan. Oh, there you go.
Okay. Oh, cool. So yeah, it just created the script, which is basically interacting with the Solana program, and you're able to send transaction through this.
Guys, that's amazing. Like, it's so quick, and it's so like I don't know the word. Like, it has a good accuracy, right? Like, you don't need to. Sometimes when I'm using some AIs to vibe code, I need to be like back and forth a lot with the AI. With you guys, was like one shot, one kill.
Yeah.
Was great there.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And I'm very non-technical as well, like on just like Sayuj, and that impresses me a lot. I'm like, nice. Now I will be able to do my vibe codings that I do on Web 2 on Web 3. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
And I think we just spent, I think, 15 minutes or 10 minutes to build something, but you guys could
Hmm.
actually, let's say if you're spending a whole day, I'm sure you'll come up with something really cool and you'll build
Oh yeah.
something really good. You can actually add a lot of different features, integrate a lot of different protocols into your application. So yeah, it's totally up to like what idea you have now, right?
Hmm.
And what problem you're trying to solve. If you're solving a really big problem in the space, right? You can actually use Noah to basically build that. And yeah, if it's market fit, you could actually raise funds for that. Because like as I said, right, the first application that we built was way worse than what we showed you right now. And it took us, I think, almost a month to build.
No, that's awesome. All right, Kawe, do you have some questions?
Yeah, really, really cool. I'm just curious, how you guys plan on positioning. Like, are you focusing more of your resources trying to improve your base model? I don't know what kind of LLM you guys are running, if or you just want to kind of dominate the UX part of the product, and let people plug whatever whichever LLM they want into No AI, and No is just like the app layer.
I would say like we're focusing on both of the things. So improving the model as well, right? So we've built, I think, close to 300 more Solana programs. Earlier it was trained on more than 200, and we're just fine tuning it more so that it could build even better Solana programs and it makes fewer mistakes. Currently, if you compare it with Claude, I'm not sure if we've pushed the, I would say, benchmark score. So someone from Solana Foundation told us to like compare it with Claude and GPT-5, and what it was able to build in 2 or 3 prompts. Claude took, I think, 40 to 80 prompts. I think both of one of them actually took one of like 40 to 80 prompts. And the issue was that like I've also used Cursor, right? So the issue with Cursor is that if you start installing dependencies, it takes up. I think you'll waste $20-30. That's what happened with me. I think I had to switch to $200 plan. So you get everything in one single point. Yeah, and it's pretty easier as well. And we, as I said, like we'll improve the the model. And talking about the UX, so we're working on something basically. So you had to go back and then build the Solana program, and then you had to link it, right? Going back to the web app. So, like in the next version of the app, which will be live by the end of this month, you'll see the UI there. You can build the web app in the same tab and also the Solana program, and then you can link it, link the Solana program with the front end without going back and going to a separate project. Everything will be part of one single project.
Hmm. Uh,
That's awesome.
really cool, man. I think that makes a lot of sense. Do you think about running like a local net or something directly on Noah as well? Or maybe I think a cool feature would be if I can run a local net and I can just say what part is running on the local network, and I can just test and deploy faster, because I think this iteration is really important, right?
Yeah, I think we can definitely add that. The reason for that was, let's say, if you want to share it with a lot of other people to test it, I think you could actually share it with a lot of community members and they could test it on DevNet, because it's pretty easy to just get some, let's say, Sol to test it, right? And you can deploy it one single Solana program and share it with everyone and they could use it as well. So that's why we went ahead with this one. But yeah, I think we can actually use local net as well. to make it easy for developers to build something really cool and make their, I would say, to speed up the development, like the deployment process.
Cool. Yeah, awesome. Do you
Oh, that's
think we
great.
can run a live test? Oh, we have a
And
comment here.
no, yeah, some people asking for premium keys so they can break the hackathon contestants.
So you get up to 10 free prompts, and I think you can try out. I think you can try building something really cool using that.
Mhm.
And yeah, I think we could do something about the keys series, right?
And
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
no, we're gonna try to make like a partnership with them guys, so we can get some keys for for the hackathon, like super team people to use it to participate in the hackathon.
Yep, absolutely. I think we've been speaking about this with you guys before as well, so we'd be
Mhm.
happy to give out some keys to the Super Team Brazil community members.
All right, no, thank you guys very much. All right,
Mhm, mhm.
sorry, Kawhi, any
Well,
more?
yeah, I have one more question. Just a bit of a market feedback, I would say, because we were trying to use Codigo and we felt that the DevOps side of the deploying it was not as good. So maybe are you guys focusing on that as well? Maybe I wanted to try it out. We're gonna do a boot camp in 2 days, so maybe I can get like a Noah key and do like a live session with the guys and just do a hackathon project from end to end.
Yeah, I think that
Yep.
sounds good. But yeah, like the deployment is pretty easy. Like you just have to click on deploy. If it doesn't have any like soul on DevNet, you just need to transfer some,
Mhm.
and yeah, it will just deploy it on DevNet or mainnet.
Yep, but we'd love to give you some credits as well. After the call, you can share your Solana address. We'll whitelist it, give you some credits, test it out, and then you can play around with it and create your own projects as well. We'd
Thank
be
you so
happy to.
much, guys.
Yep, no
Yeah,
worries.
no, that would be great. All right, guys. Any final words from you guys, from the side of you guys?
Yep. So I think if you guys, there's a lot of updates coming up, on the product side of things. As Sparsh said, the UX is going to be way more easier as well. So even like a person who's never really interacted with the wallet could actually build something out. That's where the main goal is at right now. But in terms of UX, in terms of campaigns, in terms of hackathons, there's a bunch of stuff that we're going to be doing with the Solana community itself. There's a lot of alpha that I can't really, maybe I don't think I can share right now, but watch out for like our announcements on X. Do follow us, join our Discord if you guys have any questions, queries regarding the platform itself, or if you're building something cool for the Cypherpunk, and if we can help you guys out in any kind of ways, we'll help you out with some premium keys. Absolutely.
No, 100%. And guys, besides that, we're gonna be sharing all your social media and contacts on our like super team group chats. Okay,
Mhm.
so expect to hear from some Brazilians. And 100%, yeah. Cauê is excited. He wants to start testing it today, actually. So let's fucking go. Awesome.
Awesome,
All right.
awesome,
So,
awesome.
thank you guys very much for the live stream. I think it was great. I think. Oh, sorry. I think it was great. People were able to see how it works. The UI UX is awesome. Like it's very hard to see a good AI product with a good UI UX. Overall, you guys did a great job, and I'm excited to see what people are gonna build using OA now. So
Likewise.
thank you guys very much.
All right, thank
Thank
you
you.
guys.
Thank you for hosting us, guys. Appreciate it. See
Thank
you.
you.
Bye
Peace, guys. Bye.
bye.
The stream.